trying to put the niggas in her comment. That's why I tried to slide on that. Hell yeah.
By many accounts, one of the most underrated home venues in all of the NFL resides in the heart of Nashville, Tennessee, and that's where we find ourselves at Nissan Stadium. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Tennessee Titans. Two teams here fresh off week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. You talk about this Titan defense. They were fantastic a week ago in the win over Houston.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. This defense for the Titans, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's?
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. The pitch goes to Barkley. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a 1st and 10. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are on the board first here this afternoon. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Willis and the Titans come to the line now. 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. You talk about this Giant defense. This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
What they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against some people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
60 boxes, 60 boxes. Alert, alert. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
A 1st down carry for Henry. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down. The Titans at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener, and now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
2nd down throw coming by Willis. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Check smash. Check smash. Go.
Willis headed left off the option. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
Play action. Here's Willis. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game that will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now Jones. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. On 4th down, Jamie Gillen on to punt for the Giants. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Taken in at the 22. Call that one an even 60 yards. 6-0. And it'll be Titan football.
Ready, set.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Roll, roll, roll. Check, hurt. Ready,
And they'll run the option to start the drive. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. To throw, here's Willis. Short throw taken in by Okonkwo. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches as we just saw him do there because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Well, a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field, and it took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
He'll buy some time right. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd down, here's Barkley again. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 46 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Throwing, Jones. He's got Slayton on the slant. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Why shift it through? Why shift it through?
At the 17-yard line.
Motioning to the left is Robinson. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
The running game's played a huge part in getting him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
Back to throw. Jones. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Giants go up by 2 touchdowns. So this offensive unit, yeah, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
To kick off for New York.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. This complete to Henry over the middle. Only able to gain a couple there. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
This pass deep for Okonkwo, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
19 Charger, 19 Charger, Buffalo 18. Let's go.
Going on 4th down. Here's Willis. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Jones now throwing on 1st down. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
It's Barkley on the counter. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 74 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Looking to throw. Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. Touchdown! Saquon Barkley with career touchdown number 75. And the Giants take a 3-touchdown lead. Gano the extra point, and it's now 21-0.
21. Titans nothing. Graham Gano to kick
Gano
off
now
for
following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
On the set.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Right there, hurt.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Let's go.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. 2nd down. Here's Willis. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about, getting the football. passing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Ready?
Willis will look to throw on first down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. A good pickup there of 22.
Another Titans first down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Trap 60, trap Panther 11, Panther 11.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Willis throws another interception, his third of the game. He's to the 15, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six, and I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick six.
Extra point try, good by Gano. And the route is on here in this first half.
Nothing. Graham Gano to kick off for New York.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
Here we go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And this is into the hands of Campbell downfield. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Slot man moves right.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
To the air on first down, here's Willis. And he will find his man on the outside. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Graham Gano to kick off for New York.
The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams. It got his man complete. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A big play that time for the Titans. 46 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Cup 19, Cup 19. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Go.
Back to throw, Willis. That ball caught by Campbell. And it's a Titans touchdown. Paris Campbell, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Titans come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Caleb Shudak on to try the point after. And this is up and good. It cuts the lead to 28-10 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Okay, here we go.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. Now he's free at the 35. He may go. Saquon Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gano now to add the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Giants 35, Titans 10. Graham Gano to kick off for New York.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Bronco 80.
On 3rd down, Henry. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. With it is Jackson. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 160 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. A 1st down carry for Barkley. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now a toss right to Barkley. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Here's Jones on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A pair of 1st downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively, and 2nd down.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley and give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On 3rd down, Barkley. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
At the 43-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their 1st, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Detroit. Up, go.
To throw on 3rd down, Jones. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 24-yard line. So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Detroit.
Jones hit and the ball's out. It's picked up by the Titans. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. They'll send the tight end in motion left.
18 Rattler.
On 1st down, Willis. Catch made here by Campbell. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they...
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Dexter Lawrence collapses the pocket and drops him for a loss of 3. Willis to throw on 2nd. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Campbell. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Back to throw, Willis. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Aaron Robinson. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a... Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
The offense on 3rd down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Levis on 3rd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Desperation time now. Here's Levis. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. first down run by Barkley unsuccessful, as he won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's third down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Up the middle with Barkley. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. It's good for a gain of 7, but still a few inches short here with 4th down coming up. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Here we go.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And he will at least be able to fall on it himself, but it was 4th down, and the possession changes. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Running left, it's Barkley. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So how about this start to a year? Fantasy owners take note. 2 rushing touchdowns in the opener. 2 more here in week 2.
So a nice pickup by 2 entities. 1, this team for making sure they acquired this guy. And 2, anyone who plays fantasy who has him on their team.
Gano for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
49, Titans 10. Graham Gano to kick off for New York.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd.
Levis looking to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Back to throw, it's Levis.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
He dumps it off for Henry. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Now Shudak for the extra point.
And he pushed it right. It's no good. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
The The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late fourth quarter, but well, we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
Running again with Barkley on second down.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Barkley off tackle left. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. Fourth down. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside.
Now here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. So this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination.